People have lived here for around 700 years. Over the centuries, they developed deep wisdom and skills for living so close to nature. Sada Ariafar comes from Iran. She's lived in Japan for 5 years as a student. Having grown up in Iran, the traditional lifestyle of rural Japan is quite different to anything she's experienced before.
よいしょ。おー、来た本当に。すごい簡単になんか取れますね。いいですね。
She discovers the local delicacies.
It tastes a bit sweet. It's really.
She tries making the local crafts.
できました。すごい。
And she is introduced to one of Japan's oldest performing arts. On this edition of Journeys in Japan, Gokayama, a traditional community where people continue to live in a way that is close to nature. Gokayama is very remote. From Tokyo, the flight takes 1 hour to Toyama. From there, Sada has to catch an express bus to Takaoka, then changes to a local bus. Finally, Sada arrives at the nearest bus stop. From here, it's a 10-minute walk up the road to Ainokura village.
Wow, it's so beautiful. It's incredible. Oh my God. I've never seen like this before. I'm finally here in Gokayama. It has a pretty beautiful view from here. It's well known for its Japanese traditional lifestyle. I'm so excited to live in nature with all the local people here.
Gokayama lies on the border of Toyama and Gifu prefectures. This area gets some of the deepest snow in all Japan. In the old days, the village would be totally cut off from the outside world. Over the generations, the villagers came up with ways to survive the harsh conditions. They also developed their own distinctive crafts. Today, there are 23 households in the village of Ainokura. In all, about 50 people live here.
Konnichiwa. すいません。今何されてるんですか？
赤かぶの種まき。
赤かぶですか？そうそう。Oh, he's planting red radish here. いつ食べられるんですか？
これはね、春よ。
The villagers like to leave some of their root vegetables in the soil through the winter. The deep layer of snow helps to preserve them. And when the snow melts in spring, they still taste nice and fresh.
美味しそうですね。
美味しそうってまだ見えないでしょ。
また見えないけど。また来ますね。
はい。
こんにちは。こんにちは。
Sada comes across an old house that has a shop front in one corner.
Hi, こんにちは。ここからお水いただいてもいいんですか？
はい、どうぞ。
いただきます。
はい、どうぞどうぞ。ちょっとまろやかじゃないかな。お水の味はわかる？
おお、 ちょっと違いますね。美味しいですね。
湧き水と違って、
そうですね。
すごくまろやかだと思います。
The snow that falls during the winter in this region slowly seeps down through the ground. As it drips into caves, it freezes into columns of ice. That ice is the source of the mineral water on sale in the village.
すごい。
ミネラルたっぷり。
ね、ミネラルたっぷりですね。本当に。
Inside the village of Ainokura, there are a number of places where visitors can stay overnight in private houses. It's a great chance to experience the traditional lifestyle.
Wow, this is so beautiful. Today I want to stay here in this old traditional tourist home. But first of all, I have to ask them if they still have a free room. So let's check it out. Sumimasen.
はい。
ちょっといいですか？
はいはいはい。はい。
こんにちは。
はい、こんにちは、どうも。
今日はここで泊まれますか？
泊まりですか？
はい。
大丈夫ですけど。
大丈夫ですか？
はい。
ではお願いします。
はい、わかりました。どうぞ。はい、どうぞ入ってください。
ありがとうございます。
どうも気をつけてね。
はい。お邪魔します。
はい、どうぞどうぞ。はい。はい、どうぞかけてください。
わ、すごい綺麗ですね、ここは。
The Ikehata family keeps a couple of rooms in their house for visitors. Sada is welcomed in the traditional way with a cup of tea made from snowmelt
美
water.
味しいです。
甘いでしょ。
甘い、
ね
飲みやすい。これは何ですか？
これはね、いろりって言うんですよね。
いろり。
これがね、この家の中心なんですね。
はい。
うん。ここでご飯を炊いたり、ね、ご飯を作ったり、それからみんなで家族がここで集まって、これがあって家っていうのは家族がみんな中心に一つにまとまってた。
いろいろ話
をしてコミュニケーションをしたりとかね。それから今は煙が出てないけどね、これ煙が出るし、これ家の中回るわけですよ。ここは煙が上に登ってってね。
はい。
これで黒いでしょ、天井。
そうですね。
これが虫が食わなかったりとか、火が強くなるんだね。
The smoke rising from the fireplace plays an essential role in the ancient houses of Gokayama. Ikehata shows Sada around his ancestral home.
これ何ですか？
これね、蚕、ね、こういう幼虫から繭を作って糸を取ったの。昔はね、こういう工場だったわけ。蚕を作る。これがこの家の一番大きな収入だったわけ。お金になったわけ。こんな感じですね。
すごい。
In the old days, silk production was the main source of income for the family, and everyone helped with it. The smoke from below keeps the whole house warm and snug. All the way up to the third floor.
すごい。
すごいでしょ。
おお。
この両方から木が合わさってるでしょ。こういう三角の屋根になってるわけですね。これ人間が手を合わせて祈るような感じで、それで合掌造りって。
すごい。
ね、人間のね知恵なんですね。
Because of the heavy snowfall, the roofs had to be pitched very steeply to make sure the snow does not build up too heavily. The straw of the thatch contains natural oils, making it waterproof and keeping the inside of the house warm. The thatch lasts for about 40 years. When it's time to replace it, all the villagers join in. Working together like this creates a strong social bond in the village.
さっき言ったように煙でいぶされて強くなってるから。
The smoke strengthens the straw ropes that bind the beams to the pillars. No nails were used to build the houses in the Gokayama area. This traditional architecture was developed in ancient times.
This third floor is the place that you can see the Japanese very special architecture, like the triangle, that shows that how strong the house would keep. And it's really related to the old tradition or old way that Japanese used to think how to live in a nature in a peaceful way. すごいですね。
すごい素敵ですよ。
Morning arrives in the Gokayama Mountains. Sada is up early, and by 6 a.m., she's out with Ikehata, making her way down to his fields.
わー、綺麗。すごい。
すごく綺麗ですよ、ここはね、朝が。
In the city, there's little opportunity for people to grow food. Many young people who visit Gokayama like to help out in the fields to get a hands-on feel for farming.
ね、これ切りましょうか。
わー、すごい。綺麗。
綺麗でしょ。
すごい綺麗な。
できますよ。はい。そうそう。はい。
はい。
どうぞ。
いいんですか。
はい、いいよいいよ。はい。
よし。
よし。
おお。美味しそう。
これ何かわかる？ほら。
何ですか？
これそうめんかぼちゃ。
This vegetable is a kind of squash called ito-uri.
力入れてやって。
はい。
はい、どうぞ。
よいしょ。
おー、うまくいった、うまくいった。
きた、本当に。
持ってみる？
This just remind me my mom that my mom really likes pumpkins, so she used to cook a lot pumpkins food for us, and I really want to carry it till Iran to give it to my mom to make it like a Japanese pumpkin in Iranian food, Iranian style.
Sada helps to prepare a typical Gokayama breakfast using the vegetables straight from the field.
はい。
私切るんですか？
そうです。
わー。わー。
やったー。ほら。
綺麗ですね。
ね。
この
そうそう。
形が。
The ito-uri squash is simmered for 5 minutes. As it cooks, the inside breaks into fine strands. Because these strands resemble noodles, it's known as somen kabocha, or noodle squash.
サラさん、お味見てください。
いいね。甘い。
甘い。
いいですね。
シャキシャキ言って聞こえ
シャキシャキして
て、
る
それがちょうどいいね。
Breakfast is served.
いただきます。This is the somen kabocha that we just boiled it and we used it in this salad. It tastes a bit sweet. It's really tastes nice, and it's really good for a diet as well, I think, because this is the eggplant that I just cut it by myself and we made it. It tastes really fresh.
The population of Gokayama has been declining. But in recent years, some young people have been moving up here from the cities. They are captivated by the village's simple lifestyle, which seems so in harmony with nature.
こんにちは。
あ、こんにちは。
すごい美味しそうな野菜いっぱいですね。
はい。
ここにお住まいですか？
はい、5月から引っ越してきました。
あ、そうなんですか。
うち見てみますか？
いいんですか？
はい。
あ、嬉しいです。
Keiichi Aida moved to Gokayama with his family from the Tokyo area in May of this year.
行きましょうか。
Moving up here meant Aida had to quit his job and leave behind all the conveniences of urban life. He says it's a great opportunity for him and his family.
綺麗ですね。毎朝こういう景色を見るとどういう気分ですか？
そうですね。まず外を見てみて、天気がどうだとか、集落の人どうしてるかなっていうのをこういう見てますね。あとこの合掌造りを見るたびに、4ヶ月経ちますけど、今でも感動しますね。昔の原風景が残ってるなとか、綺麗だなっていうのを感じますね。
なんでここに引っ越ししてきたんですか？
子供たちにもこういう自然の中で生活していろいろ学んでほしかったのもあって、それでこっちに来ようと決めました。人間関係っていうところではもうすごくいいな、あったかいなと思いますし、何かあればすぐ助けてくれますし。はい。
A neighbor drops by to share some of the myoga ginger from her fields.
これあげる？
はい。いただきます。
それで、
美味しそう。いただき
You
ます。
feel like everyone living here around you, they're all your family, like your cousins, your grandma. You don't feel that they are someone stranger, that you feel it in a city life. You live in an apartment and you don't know anyone who is living around you. But if they can really live in the place that they always imagine, they can live maybe for always here in a very such a beautiful, safe place.
Living so close to nature, the people of Gokayama developed their own distinctive traditions. One such craft was washi, handmade paper. Washi is made from the outer bark of the kozo plant. The fibers have to be carefully cleaned and sorted. For over 300 years, this tradition has been a source of pride in the village. But today, only 3 households still practice this craft.
個人でやってるのはうちだけでしょう。でもだんだんする人が少なくなるんじゃないかな。地道な仕事ですから守り続けていかなければならないかなと思ってやってます。
Hello.
あ、こんにちは。
Konnichiwa. Can I make washi here?
いいですよ。
Thank you.
Shinya Maizaki has been a washi artist for 30 years. He creates innovative artworks using this traditional material. Hollywood director John Lasseter, who made Monsters, Inc., visited Maizaki and left this souvenir.
よろしくお願いします。
はい、じゃあやってみましょうか。
はい。
まず浅く薄く
The thickness of the paper is determined by the amount of water used. Washi making is very hard, and it takes over 10 years to become a professional craftsman.
横も動かして中で繊維をね絡ませると丈夫な紙になります。集めてから捨てます。せーの。
Miyazaki is keen for young people to try their hand at this traditional craft. He wants it to be carried on for future generations.
一緒にねくっついてくる場合あるからね試してください。
おー、すごい。
はい、です。
Now, Sada makes a second sheet using a special screen that has a design of the traditional Gokayama houses.
はい、最後フィニッシュ。はい、
せーの。
OK。
大丈夫かな？緊張。
The second sheet is placed on top of the first one.
はい、OK。はい、最後。
It's so hard. So hard to make. It's very sensitive because it's a pretty thin paper.
It has taken Sada an hour, and this is what she made.
Congratulations.
Thank you. ありがとうございます。教えていただいて。So this is my first experience to make washi. This is really beautiful. It's a traditional house, triangles that I So around here in Gokayama, it's really beautiful. Oh my God, this is my first time. Thank you so much.
This is Sada's last day in Gokayama, but there is more still for her to discover. That evening, Ikehata explains about a traditional performing art in Gokayama.
サラさん、これね、何かわかりますか？
何ですか？
これね、ササラって、コキリコっていう民謡に歌う。
はい。
ね、これ。
おお。すごい。
いい音するでしょ？はい、日本では宗教的には108っていう数字はすごく大事な数字なの。煩悩してね、願い事だとか、その厄払いとか、いろんな願い事とかそういうものに使う108って、それをこれを鳴らしながら願い事したり。
かっこいいですね。
ね、かっこいいでしょ？
おお。
ほら。
おお。なるほど。
ね。ここまでずっと倒れいくでしょ、音がね。
These bamboo sticks are an instrument called Kokiriko. They are so important for keeping the rhythm that the entire performance is named after them, Kokiriko. Ikehata has arranged for the village Kokiriko troupe to put on a full performance for Sada. Featuring music, dance, and chanting, Kokiriko is believed to be the oldest style of performing art in Japan. It's been handed down for about 1,400 years as a form of prayer for bountiful harvests. The Kokiriko chanting has a special cadence. The words of the song are about the local people's lifestyle in the mountains, far from the outside world. Caught up in the rhythm, Sada demonstrates the Iranian style of dancing. That night, Sada draws a picture for Mr. and Mrs. Ikehata. It's inspired by the image of the washi paper she made earlier in the day.
It's a small gift for my new family, Ikehata-san's family, that I call them Otosan and Okasan. I'm really happy to be here, and that was a really great pleasure to talk with them, with like these such great people.
In the morning, it's time to say goodbye.
お父さんお母さ さん、この間ありがとうございます。
どうもどうも。
すごいお世話になりました。
どうもどうも。
楽しかったです。いろいろお世話になって、ちょっと小さいのプレゼントがあるんですけど、お父さんとお母さんとに。で、ちょっとお渡ししたいので、ゆうすけです。これ
ゆうすけ。
これもゆうすけ。サラ。
あら素敵だわ。
それは太陽です。太陽はイランですごいいいイメージがあるので、でちゃんと大きな太陽を描いて、ゆうすけはいつも元気で、いつも楽しく、お幸せに。
日本の太陽もそうだけど、イランからもエネルギーを送ってくれるんだ。
そうです。
嬉しい。ありがとう。
いえいえ、こちらこそです。初めてこういう体験をして、野菜切ったりとかナスとか、かぼちゃとか全然こんなに触ったことはなかった。すごいなんか本当にうちのお父さんみたいにちゃんと自分の娘と話してるような優しくいろいろ話していただいて。
サラさんがねこうして3人1人加わって、一時的だけど家族が増えたわけですよ。ね、そういう意味ではねやっぱり家族っていうのは大事だなと思ってね。
楽しいですね。
楽しい。
多ければ多いほど。
多いほど楽しい。どうも。
お元気で。
ありがとうね。また返してね。はい。待ってますよ。
ありがとう。
またね。
はい、お元気で。
サラさんもね。ありがとうね。ありがとうね。
はい。
バイバイ。ありがとうね。
バイバイ。
またね。バイバイ。
元気でね。
My journey in Gokayama is done for now. I was so lucky to find a very lovely new family here. I'm impressed by kind and warm emotion of people here. I could find a very close connection between Iranian and Japanese basic culture that makes me feel home here. I believe the nature of here during the fall and winter would be amazing, so I can't wait to come here again.
To reach Gokayama from Tokyo, it's a 1-hour flight to Toyama Airport. From there, it takes about 2 hours by bus. Visitors can watch a Kokiriko performance, try their hand at making washi paper, and also stay in private homes in the village. A boat ride on the nearby Shogawa River offers beautiful views in every season.